Good evening, folks. Now, you may be wondering, why aren't I in front of a Canadian flag right now? And why, if I'm Guy Riel, which I am, is this not the Canadian Rielity? Now let me refer you to a debacle you may have witnessed during the last episode of the Rielity. Ginger, would you be a doll and roll the clip? Now, I wasn't promised upon starting the show that I wouldn't be put in life-threatening situations, but I thought it was just something you take for granted. You know, like that you're not going to be the only man in a floral dress at your friend's karaoke party. Or that the dress you're wearing would at least go lower than your upper thigh. Or that being the guy in the dress would make you endearing to women, and you wouldn't have to settle for your softcore outdoor porn friend Columbo Pete. Again, it's just something you assume. So when those McLuhan-screwing interns dropped a TV on me, I was flabbergasted. I loved our bond, but they broke my trust, and in so doing, they broke my heart. But most importantly, they broke my desk. That thing was a gift from my dying as we speak Métis grand-mère, Geneviève Riel. And to harm such a meaningful heirloom is entirely untenable. I'm a professional, and I can't allow these kinds of madcap attempts at panache endangering the pastoral idyls of my artisanal mind. So I sat down, had a long meeting with myself, and for this reason, well, that and various allegations of intern enslavement and sexual misconduct, I won't get into the details. The point is, yeah, we've decided to purge our staff like a prune smoothie and move to a new studio. Yeah, the air is already fresher, and yes, it's because I finally showered this year. But I'm still Guy Riel. We're still running and stronger than ever. Still repping big biz moguls all across the world. Still hitting them corners on those lolos, girl. Still take my time to perfect the beat. Now still got love for the streets. That's the ENV. Rosemont. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural episode of the ENV. Top story tonight, we're getting back on the Keystone bandwagon. Ride it! Last week, the Obama administration released the draft environmental assessment on the project, which carried a resounding message of, meh, it's better than the mothers, but not quite as good as the nieces. The news comes just weeks after tens of thousands of climate protesters descended on Washington with a message that the pipeline would exacerbate climate change and could very well lead to spills. Frankly, I exacerbate every night, and you're damn right my pipeline spills. But I guess some fundies want to make a way bigger deal of it than necessary, so I'm with Obama on this one. The 2,000-page assessment states that building the pipeline will not change either Canada's development of the oil sands or America's demand for crude, and goes on to say that the risk of spills is low. Now this really bursts your bubble, doesn't it, climatos? Well, tell me, activistas, why should I care?
It would put air, water, climate,
and millions of our fellow citizens at risk. It's called the Keystone XL.
Moving on, Oscar season has officially come to a close, and climate issues, just like Leo, struck out again. Boom! 2013, Hollywood is a new town. Gone are the days for dreary documentaries like An Inconvenient Truth, or Happy Feet trying to convince you that climate change is in any sense happening. Greenies had hoped the Ahab in the Arctic tale, Chasing Ice, might gain a nod for Best Documentary, but found themselves up Schitt's Creek without a flannel. Now, don't get me wrong, but could you turn that down? Sir, could you turn that down? I still have a few things to say. I have some people I'd like to thank. It's better than the sisters, but not quite as good as the nieces. Let's do it again.